Okay, I'm making a video of my phone running 1.4 gigahertz. It's a Droid RAZR XT912. I think is the model number on that. You can see it's running very quickly. This is Apex Launcher. Let me go to my set CPU here to show you. 1400 max, 150 minimum, and it will go down to 150. Sitting at idle there, it fluctuates a lot. This is the governor I use. Works pretty nice. And to get to this, you'll need Motomizer Expert Edition. You can buy that on the market. And you go into Optimize. Well, first, actually, you'll have to go into Tools here. And you have to go to ICS Kernel Modules Download. Now, I am running Jelly Bean. This does work on Jelly Bean as well. And so you'll have to download it and then install it. It'll restart, do whatever. You go back over here to Optimize. You go to Set CPU Policy. And there's everything I have mine set to. You might have to play with these on yours. There's a 1.3 preset there that I started with, and I made it go lower for battery and higher for performance. That's how I did it pretty much. It was really easy. This is Arc Android. Is the ROM I'm running. It is Arc Android 1.1. Droid RAZR. It actually thinks I have a Droid RAZR Max because I have the max battery mod. This is just a regular RAZR, but it's in the regular RAZR case. But I do have it modded, and to fit it in here, I had to cut out this piece of rubber that goes right here inside the case to make up for the thickness of the battery. So everything runs great. You can see it's new Jelly Bean. So, okay. So now let's go to Set CPU. We'll set everything to 1400. And go ahead and close all of our open apps. Oops. That was my mistake. Let's go to Antutu. And that was at a lower clock, just for fun. Run this test. Set this down so you can see the whole thing. Maybe not. Just hold it up like this. By the way, it's still very hard to get this phone in this case, with or without the battery mod. Battery mod, while I'm talking about it, I'll go ahead and say it is fantastic. It just about tripled my battery life. Even though the battery's only really twice as big, it tripled it. Here's the original battery, where this is going, I'll show you it. EB20, I replaced it with the EB40. It's only about $40 on Amazon. Well worth it. My phone, full 24 hours, still has probably enough battery to last me the next day. And I use my phone a lot, considering I listen to Pandora just about all the time on my phone. So you can see it's 10:49. I took my phone off the charger at 6:30, and I'm at 87%. I don't know if you can see that or not. See the FPS somewhere? Where does it show it? Maybe it doesn't. I've done a few other things that I'll show. I used Pimp My ROM for those. I set it to disable VSync and a few other things. I'll go through my settings in there after this. My SD card is the original SD card from my original Droid that I got probably almost 4 years ago. So it's kind of slow. It is 16 gigs. And let's see if I can go to scores. Okay, let's go back. Detailed scores. Okay, there you go. 8,767. You see all my scores there? Slow memory card, of course, but then you check down at the bottom. CPU frequency, 1400 megahertz. And so that's 1.4 gigahertz performance. And you can see here, it is still set to 1400 megahertz. Go back down to minimum. Change this so it'll change. Stupid thing. Oops. Yeah. So there. It'll go all the way down to 150 sitting there, which I'm sure helps with my battery life as well. I'll go to Pimp My ROM real quick, so just so you can look through those settings. And tweaks. And I'll go to kernel tweaks. Oops. Okay. And I have scheduler something tweak. I can't pronounce that word, but it enhances performance of I/O. VSync is disabled, and that's pretty much the only one I got in that one. I don't know if I had anything else. I don't think. Maybe I'd have the Dalvik tweak. Heap size is 128. Heap growth limit 64M. Heap start size 8M. It's pretty much all that I have done to this to make it as fast as it is. Restart the launcher and you can see everything is loaded almost immediately. I haven't opened my app drawer since I restarted it, so watch this. Already loaded, already opened. It's extremely fast. And so if anyone has any questions, maybe I can answer them better than I have in this video. If I forgot something, go ahead and ask me. If anyone wants a tutorial of how to just root their phone or to install this ROM, I'm using SafeStrap 3.11. And this is in my ROM slot 1. This ROM is actually so small that I'm using a ½ gig partition, and I still have more than half of it free. Oh wait, maybe I'm just using 1 gig. The smallest one available is what I'm using. And it still runs so quick, and you just don't need that much room with this. And I have a lot of apps installed, a lot of widgets installed. Everything runs fine. I do have widgets and stuff on other screens, and it always runs quick. It's reliable. I've ran this overclock probably about a month, almost 3 weeks probably, just to make sure it was stable before I started telling other people to do it, because I didn't want to be the problem. Somebody messed up their phone. So if you do this, you know, it's your phone, your risks. I did it. And oh, make sure there's an option. I'll show you this while you're doing this for testing. There's an option in Modomizer. Optimize. You can apply temporarily here, and that means if it fails when you reboot your phone, it goes back to what you have applied it to beforehand. So that's how I tested mine. 1400 was the highest I could go and make it work on a daily basis. I had 1450 pass a benchmark maybe once, but after that it was just unstable. So let me go to my pictures and I'll show you the highest one I ever got. Was this one here, and that was at 1400. So it's pretty consistent, as you can see. Only less than 100 points difference. And this was like right after I got the overclock fixed. This was weeks ago, so I mean it stays quick. It doesn't slow down as time goes along. I'm sure that also has a lot to do with this ROM, and if you fix permissions maybe every week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, everything, as you install more ROMs, everything works great. So I recommend this overclocking modomizer. That's great. Pimp My ROM is great, and ArcAndroid is great. So that's how my phone is running and how I recommend it to be run by anyone who's interested.